families, this is Cindy Blair. I'm one of the educators at the Alexandria Museum of Art, and thank you for joining us for our very first AMOA Family Friday video. And we are going to be bringing family classes and family tutorials and story times to you every Friday for the foreseeable future. So look for that on our Facebook page or on YouTube. And I'm going to start with a story time / art project. We have a wonderful exhibition up now at the museum. It's Childhood Classics. It's 100 years of childhood storybook illustrations, and I know some of your favorites are probably in there. And that's inspired me to share my favorite children's book with you. And it's called Our Robot Saves Lunch. It's by R. Nicholas Cusick. And I'm going to read it to you now. All right. Our robot has to get to the robot factory, so he brushes his teeth, takes a shower, eats breakfast, puts on his shoes, and walks his dog, all at the same time. He always brings an extra head to work, just in case. Well, of course, that's just sensible. The bus is so crowded. He has to ride to the robot factory on the roof. Oh my gracious, that doesn't sound safe. Our robot's job today is to help his friends find a missing robot who was last seen at lunchtime the day before. Oh gracious. They look under the tubs. No robot down there. They reach up in high places. No robots up there. Now, there is a big mess. But they clean it up before lunchtime. The lunch line is super long because the big cooker robot is clogged. Oh, gracious. And no one knows how to fix him. So, our robot decides to look into the problem. He's right on top of it. His friends lower our robot into Big Cooker's belly. See? Oh, gracious. Ooh, Big Cooker robot's belly is dark and scary until our robot turns on the flashlight on his extra head. Oh, it was smart that he brought that. See? That was very smart. Our robot almost gets stuck in the mess as he searches for the problem. Then he finds the clog. Look, it's the missing robot. Oh, that's good. Okay. Outside Big Cooker, the robots are hungry and worried about our robot. Then they hear a noise from inside Big Cooker's belly. Kaboom! Out shoots our robot and the missing robot. The clog is fixed. A big kaboom will do that sometimes. All the robots can eat because our robot saved lunch. And look, they're very happy. Oh, and the missing robot, of course, too. And look, he's given that robot his extra head. Very, very sweet and clever. The end. All right. So, what'd you think of that story? You guys let me know what you thought of that. Did you learn any lessons from that story? Share with me if you learned some lessons from that story. I think it's really nice that he was able to help another robot. Very smart of him bringing that extra head, right? Okay, so I'm really excited that to share a couple of art projects with you. And kind of cool that it connects to the story in that it's about building your own robot. So you'll be able to build a robot and give it a head as well. And you can name your robot anything you want to. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can build your robot with your mom and dad, okay? All right, so let's do that now. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is work on our robot stick puppet. And you're gonna have your little craft stick on the ready. I'm gonna put it over here. And like I said before, you can use cardstock for this or colored paper, but I'm just gonna stick with the white paper for now, just because I know that that might be all you have at home right now. So we're gonna go from that. And I've got some Sharpie markers here I'm going to use. Of course, you can use any kind of marker you want. I just think these will show up best in the video. You can start with a pencil. You can use colored pencils. You just need something to draw with. Okay, so we're going to start. I want you to think about what shape. Think about all your shapes, right? There are circles and squares and triangles. What other shapes are there? There's some shapes I'm not thinking about. So those are your geometric shapes, right? Then you have some shapes that are, well, they're just like clouds and fluffier things, right? Or things that are not straight, like a triangle is straight, right? So think about those are called organic shapes. So think about the different shapes you can think about, and which one of those shapes would make a good robot head. Now, there are no right or wrong answers to that. It could be anything. Now, I think I am going to start, and you want to make these, I think this is going to be on your popsicle stick, so you don't want to make it too big. That I would like for my robot to have a semicircle head. I think that'll be funny. Okay, so now let's move on to the robot's body. I'm thinking for that, your shapes don't have to be perfect. I'm thinking a rectangle, right? What else can we do? Well, we need legs, right? Ooh, maybe your robot doesn't have legs. What else could a robot have that might help him move around? I think my robot might have wheels. And that is 2 circles connected at the bottom with a little circle inside of it. Okay. What does he need now? Well, he needs some kind of grabber thing, right? Like at least one arm. I mean, but robots could have a lot of different arms. So I think I'm gonna do one rectangle for the arm. And maybe this one is it's got another the start of a semicircle. Yeah, oh, you know what I've decided? I've decided this is his suction cup arm. That's what I've decided. And I'm gonna put a little semicircle right there, so it's like a suction cup. Oh gosh, and this other arm. I think he needs another arm. And I'm gonna make this one, so this is a long skinny rectangle. His arms are different sizes. I've decided that's okay. This one's gonna be like, I'm gonna put a triangle at the end of this one, so maybe he needs to, you know, he can like stick it in something and pick that up. Kind of like a fork, right? All right, what am I missing? What am I missing? What do you think? I think, well, the robot's got to be able to see somehow, right? So I'm gonna do a couple of semicircle eyes to kind of match his head. And he needs, I don't think he needs a nose, but he needs a smile of some sort. I think he needs a mouth. I'm gonna put a his mouth down here. Oh, look, another semicircle. Yeah. I'm just going to put a couple little, like that for little eyes. And a semicircle in there. A lot of semicircles for eyes. I think he kind of looks happy. All right, so from this point, you could color this robot however you want. And then you're just gonna wanna take your scissors and cut him out. And check back in a second and see what mine looks like, okay? I have colored and cut out my robot friend. Now, if you needed an adult to help you cut out your friend, that's fine. But you know, it could be an opportunity for you to practice your cutting skills. But having a little help isn't a bad thing either. So, I'm gonna make sure now that I have my masking tape or some sort of tape or glue and my popsicle stick. And we're gonna get ready to put this stick on this guy so he can be a puppet friend. I'm now gonna take my popsicle stick and I'm gonna stick it to the back. So you just wanna leave a little bit. You wanna leave a little bit out at the bottom so you can hold it. Now I'm using a stiffer paper here, but honestly, as long as you stick that stick a little bit up the back, you should have enough support. Now you have choices here. You can get a few dots of, if you have some Elmer's glue or rubber cement or something like that, you could take a couple of dots of that and just put it and then place that down on the paper and press it. You'll want to give that some time to dry. Now, if you don't have that at the house, maybe you have some tape. Maybe you have some masking tape or any kind of tape, really, as long as it's going to stick to paper. And then you could just take that, put it right there. And maybe your grown-up can help tear the tape, or you could practice. But your grown-up will show you how if you don't know how to. Okay, now I've just got two little pieces of tape. And now I have a robot friend. What do you think his name should be? All right, well, he hopes that you enjoy making this one. And now we're gonna make another robot friend. All right. Okay, we're back, and you see this little guy right here. I think we ended up naming him Andy. Do you think that's a good name? So he was originally going to be part of a family class that I was going to do, but I can't now. So that's why I'm sharing this with you now. And I want to show you how I made him. Now, I have a lot of fancy tapes here. You can use, we're going to start with a toilet paper roll. So let's sit him over here. He can just hang out and watch. You're going to start with a toilet paper roll and, you know, have your grown-up look around the kitchen. Do you have maybe some egg cartons? So you can see I've already cut this one up. But an egg carton or maybe some sort of little small container. You know, I know that sometimes they sell the fruit cups. That might make I'm just thinking about robot body parts. So sort of look around your recycling and see what you might have in the kitchen to make a robot from. Now this is just a toilet paper roll and an egg. Now a thing from an egg container. Now this one I actually used several put together. So can you see that? That's what I made his eyes out of. But yours can be completely different. Yours there's all different kinds of robots, so it can look any way we want it to. For this one, I think I'm just gonna do a little small head like that. And just kind of move it around and experiment with it. How does it work best, do we think? What is a good, oh, that's good. Look, that kind of looks like a robot with maybe some little bolts sticking out the side. Okay. Now, you can use, if your grown-up has these, or if you have these, there's this masking tape, comes in all different colors. You can order this from Amazon if you want to. Now, if you just want to go with what you have around the house, maybe you've got some masking tape. And while that seems really plain, I'm going to show you how we can dress it up. So tear a piece, or have your grown-up help you tear a piece of masking tape. We're just going to tape it on really, really easy. And we're going to press it down. We're going to make sure when we put our masking tape on, we're going to press. Oh, look, I need a little bit more. That's okay. Okay. Okay, his head's on. All right, now, again, there's all different kinds of tapes that I showed you guys in the tutorial, but if you don't have that, that's okay. Now, maybe what you have, maybe your grown-up can help you if the only tape you have is, this is duct tape, and your grown-up will have to help you with this tape probably. But just ask them to tear you a strip off. Now I'm going to show you how we can make this prettier. Right now it's, I understand, but watch, I'm going to make some magic happen. Now I took my duct tape and I've sort of torn it in half lengthwise, and your grown-up can help you with that. Now I'm going to just run this down the front of my robot's body, tuck it underneath. All right, he's already starting to look a little bit fancy. I want him to have some kind of feet. What can I do? You know what? Hang on. So I'm going to actually just cut a little bit more. Here, let's see if we can make this work. I'm going to cut 2 of them. See, what do we think of that? Well, that could be fun. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm gonna tape that on. I'm gonna use my regular tape, masking tape. And I'm just gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tear my tape. So you need, I'm gonna take 2 pieces. So I'm just experimenting here, and you can too. I mean, yours might not look like this. Yours might, you might be making a different choice altogether. Ooh, hang on one second. I have another idea. Wait, I have another idea. So there's this guy now, but maybe you don't even want to do all this. Hang on. I just had an idea. I love it when that happens. So maybe you don't want to attach a head. I just had a thought. If you take your toilet paper roll and some scissors and you cut some slits, don't go all the way, but just a little bit at the top. You're just cutting, going around, just making some little cuts at the top. I don't know, maybe your robot, you can then take these and bend them. And it's going to give your robot like a crown or something. Now your robot has like maybe a crown head. That's an idea. What are some other things that you think you might be able to do? So that could be a nice beginner for a robot as well. And so maybe, and then, so then with him, oh gracious, look at me. I'm making 2 robots here. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. But you know, we have fun, don't we? Okay. So now I'm just taking a piece of tape and I'm taping it all the way around. And now that's like a little collar for him. Okay. I'm going to finish him up and show him to you at the end so you can see how he turned out. But let's go on with this guy, okay? I just wanted to show you that idea so you know you have options, right? Okay, so this is the beginning of this robot. What does he need? What does he need? Oh, I think he needs some color. So if you have some markers at home, you can draw on top of this, well, you can draw on top of this masking tape, the yellow tape. You can draw on top of that with any kind of marker. If you have some Sharpie markers at home and your parents will, or your grown-ups will let you use those will draw on top of your duct tape. And you can also use, you know what else works? On the toilet paper roll and on the masking tape or colored pencils. So you've got all kind of options. Crayons will work too. So I'm going to start adding, I think he needs some eyes. Just I'm going to do circles for eyes. Yeah. And then inside those, I'm going to do another circle. See? I think he needs, this time I think this robot needs a nose. Another circle. And right here, we have this line right here. Maybe that can be like a funny mouth. And I'm just drawing another shape there. See? Okay. So, I think that he needs some buttons down the front. You know, like, you know, a robot, you might have to push some buttons. So I'm going to make some different shaped buttons. Some are going to be squares, rectangles, triangles. See? All right. So now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to color and decorate my robot. And I'm going to check back in a second and show you guys where I got to, okay? Okay, so I finished this robot and this little guy too. And so what do you notice about what I added? Do you notice what kind of shapes I used? What about lines? Do you see any different kinds of lines? Look at this guy. So you can really use your imagination and add different shapes. And one of the things I started to think about while I was making these robots is, what do these robots do, right? Sometimes robots have jobs, right? Remember in our robot, there was a big cooker robot and had a big belly for cooking. And our robot was a really good helper robot, right? So maybe, I thought maybe this robot, he can kind of walk around in all different kinds of places, right? Like maybe these are little rockets and he can like shoot up and he can fly, but also they're kind of pointy. So if he needed to go into an area that was, say, really, maybe the ground was kind of hard and he could kind of like grip on the ground with these pointy toes. That's just one thought. And then this little guy, I was looking at him and he doesn't really have legs. So I was thinking, well, he doesn't really move around very much. Maybe he's like a television robot. And so I gave him a little television screen on his belly. I thought that would be funny. And one thing I forgot to show you guys is how to make some arms. So I've added some little arms. Now you could just use, you can cut a strip of any kind of paper. I'm using a little cardstock here, but regular construction paper is fine, or regular paper even that you could color or just leave white. And so you could cut it, and you could just, if you wanted to have a straight arm, you could just bend one little tab like that. And then just tape it to your robot, and he'd have like a big, long, straight arm. Oh, almost like a wing, right? That would be funny. But you can also, if you want to, make it sort of like what they call an accordion fold, which is what I did. I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. So you're going to take the end, and you're going to fold a small piece one way. Now we're going to flip it over. And we're going to fold another way. And then we're going to flip it over. And we're going to fold another way. See? And then we're going to flip it over.
and fold another way. And one more time. Okay, and then we did that. And so now he has like a really squishy arm. And I'm just gonna take another piece of tape. And I'm gonna find where would an arm go? I mean, it's a robot. It's your robot. You can put the arms anywhere you want. There's no wrong answer there. And now see, he's got a little arm. I'm gonna push it down a little bit. And I'm gonna do one more arm. Hey, you know what? I'm just thinking about it. What do you think I should name my robots? I want you guys to leave me a comment either on the museum's Facebook page or on our YouTube page, and just let me know, what would you name these robots? What do you think? Have your grown-up help you with that part, obviously. Okay. So there we go. There are my two robots, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really want to see what you guys do. Y'all have so much fun. Use your imaginations. And I want to see all the different kinds of robots you guys create. And see, now I have lots of robot friends, so I'm not going to be lonely or bored. I have lots of people to play with now. Lots of robots to play with.
So hope you guys enjoyed our very first Family Friday online with AMOA. So join us next Friday, and we'll be doing something just as fun, if not more fun. See you soon. Be safe. Bye.